Teddy, shocking result here tonight. Dubois winning by knockout. What'd you make of how the fight played out, and what's your reaction to it, Teddy?
Hey, Angus.
Good
to see you.
Grace Egas here.
Hey, how are you? Look, you go back 2 fights. Dubois, I said it all week. Even though I picked Joshua when guns put to my head, but all week I said, this is a fight of will versus skill. The skill of Joshua versus the newfound will of Dubois. Dubois, 2 fights ago, you could have bought him in a garage sale. I mean, nobody other than his father, his people, his trainer, who deserves a lot of credit, his Frank Warren, his promoter. No one else still believed in him. That when he took those next 2 fights after that to come back, those fights against Miller and then against Herjavec, I said this all week, he would have took those fights for free. It wasn't about money, it wasn't about a purse, it wasn't about on a record. It was about redemption, it was about his soul, finding himself. It was about looking in the mirror and being able to like what was looking back. It was about being able to walk down the street as a man and be able to live with himself. And when a man finds redemption, when a man goes through the hell that he went through and finds out that he can depend on himself, he can trust himself, that's dangerous. That's real dangerous. And his trainer, quite frankly, he had a pass with Joshua, and they were in the gym before, the 2, Dubois, of course, and Josh, but the trainer also, Don, had a pass with Josh, and they instilled in him that kind of like the art of war, where the battle was won before the war, where he could lose, that it was like predetermined he was going to win. And when a man believes that powerful, again, proof, will beats skill. And tonight that's what you saw. You saw that. Yeah, you saw right hand, you saw at the end the right hand, you saw left hook. You saw some flaws in Joshua where, he stands straight up, he goes straight back. If you follow him, you can catch him. But you saw an improvement too, technically. I said that if he technically improves to go along with this will that he has, he's going to be dangerous. And he did improve. He used the jab to come forward instead of walking in the way he did against Herjavec. He backed up Joshua with the jab. The jab kept Joshua defensive. The jab played defense for Dubois, allowed him to come forward safely without getting caught. And then he forced Joshua back, forced him into a bad habit of standing erect, pulling back, and he went with him and caught him. And he kept catching him. And then at the end, give Joshua credit. He came back in that last round. But, the funny thing was, he got overconfident. He started landing a little bit. He knew he had to come from behind. He started coming forward, feeling good, and he came forward. He got a little reckless. He went, again, a flaw. Usually guys get hit because of a flaw. What's he do? He drops the right hand way down and throw the uppercut. And what is Dubois? He took step back, gave him room to make a mistake. When he went to throw that right uppercut, what did Dubois do? He filled the hole. He threw a straight right hand, caught him, and the fight was over. After he had hurt him several times, but then the fight was over. But really, it came down to who wins, will versus skill. Will always beats skill. It always does. I mean, it's shown once again. You got a guy who found himself, a guy who redeemed himself, a guy who really, truly believed that it was his destiny to win. And when you have that going for somebody, they're going to walk through fire. And then it also came down to chins. If I'm going to put a physical, simple thing on it, whose chin was better? Dubois, when he got hit with the right hand, he got hit some. He took it. When Joshua got hit with the right hand, he got hurt. He got that. I mean, again, you want to make it all physical, you say chins. You want to make it the will, you say, yeah, the chin. But the will is what constitutes a chin.